Fairbanks, a town in Alaska, cold and dark in winter, perfect for adventure. I was excited. A chance to experience real winter, to see the northern lights, to walk in a snowy wonderland, to feel the crisp, clean air. The plane descended, snow and ice everywhere, a white world below. The air was cold and dry, my breath formed clouds. I smiled. This was it. This was Alaska. The airport was small. People bundled up in warm clothes, friendly faces, a sense of community. I felt welcome. I was ready to explore. The streets were covered in snow, a thick blanket of white. Cars moved slowly, their headlights like eyes in the dark. Buildings were outlined in snow. Icicles hung from rooftops. People walked quickly, their breath steaming in the cold. They smiled and nodded. A friendly gesture. Life went on, even in this frozen world. Shops were decorated for Christmas. Lights twinkled in the windows. The air smelled of pine and wood smoke. A cozy atmosphere, a sense of warmth. Night came. The sky turned a deep blue. Stars twinkled brightly, a magical feeling in the air. Then it began. A faint glow in the distance, the northern lights, green and purple ribbons of light, dancing across the sky. A breathtaking sight. I watched in awe, lost in the beauty. The lights moved and swirled, changing shape and color. A mesmerizing display. I felt small and insignificant in the face of such grandeur. The next day, I explored the trails, miles of snow-covered paths, leading into the wilderness. The air was crisp and clean. The silence was profound. I walked for hours, my boots crunching on the snow, the only sound. The trees were covered in snow, like giant sculptures, a winter wonderland. I saw animal tracks in the snow, rabbits, squirrels, maybe even a fox, signs of life. In this frozen world, I felt a sense of peace. I tried dog sledding, a team of huskies eager to run, their breath steaming in the cold. The musher shouted commands and the sled jerked forward. The dogs ran across the snow, their paws barely touching the ground. The wind whipped past my face and the scenery flew by, an exhilarating experience. We stopped at a frozen lake. The dogs rested, panting and wagging their tails. The musher gave them treats. They were happy. So was I. I went ice fishing with a local guide. He drilled a hole in the ice, set up a small stool, and handed me a fishing rod. It seemed simple enough. We sat in silence, waiting for a bite. The cold seeped through my clothes. I jiggled the line, hoping to attract a fish. Time seemed to stand still. Suddenly I felt a tug. I reeled in the line. A small fish, not much of a catch, but a victory nonetheless. The guide smiled. We were both happy. One day, I saw a moose standing by the side of the road. It was huge, with massive antlers. It stared at me, and I stared back. A moment of connection. I saw a bald eagle soaring overhead, its wings spread wide. A majestic sight. It circled slowly, then disappeared into the trees. A fleeting glimpse. I heard wolves howling one night in the distance, a haunting sound. A reminder of the wildness that surrounded me. I felt a shiver of excitement. The people of Fairbanks were warm and welcoming. They embraced the winter, made the most of it. They had a strong sense of community. I met people from all walks of life, locals and tourists, artists and adventurers. They all shared a love for this place and its unique beauty. I learned about their lives, their stories, their connection to the land. I felt a sense of belonging, even though I was just passing through. The silence of winter was profound. No traffic noise, no city sounds, just the crunch of snow and the whisper of the wind. It was a silence that allowed me to hear my own thoughts, my own heartbeat. It was a time for reflection and introspection. I felt a sense of peace that I had never felt before, a sense of calmness and tranquility. It was a gift from the Alaskan winter. As my trip came to an end, I realized something. I had fallen in love with Fairbanks in winter. Its beauty, its solitude, its magic. I had experienced something special, something unique, something that would stay with me long after I left. It was a journey of self-discovery. I learned that winter is not something to be feared, but embraced. It is a time for reflection, for adventure, for connection. Fairbanks in winter is a dream, a world of snow and ice, of northern lights and frozen landscapes, a place where you can find yourself. If you are looking for adventure, for beauty, for peace, then you must experience Fairbanks in winter. It will stay with you forever. Go, explore, discover the magic of an Alaskan winter. You won't regret it.